Hello, everyone. Terri Crosby in Care of Relationships. I wanted to have a chat today about something that we have all probably gotten tripped up by regarding relationships. And it's the thing about thinking that we as individuals, our skills, talents, how we are as individuals translates directly to partnership. And it doesn't. It doesn't. And this is kind of a big deal. I hear about it often in individual sessions. I work with both individuals and couples. And it's the thing where, someone who is loving and caring and awake and conscious, this individual can't figure out why they can't find a relationship, or once they get in a relationship, why it doesn't work so well. And it's true that any two people who enter a relationship, a partnership, dating, marriage, whatever, if they enter that twosomeness as individuals, they're going to have trouble. They're just going to have trouble, which can be confusing and daunting and upsetting, and feels almost like betrayal, in a certain kind of way. I'm a good person. Why doesn't this work? Or why can't I find someone to have it work with? So, each of us, before we get in a relationship, we've figured ourselves out a little bit. We've been around the block or two, a time or two. We understand ourselves a little bit emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually. We understand ourselves, and we've been good citizens. We've been working on ourselves. So why do we have so much difficulty? I hear these things because my business is relationships, and people tell me these things, and I've experienced it myself. So the difference, so the big difference is individual skills versus partnership skills. Individual skills can really be put in a nice little box and tied with a bow, and that's that. I'm this, I'm that, this is what I do well, this is what I don't do well, this is what I'm interested in, this is what I'm not. We can put all that in a box and put a nice bright bow on it. But partnership skills, this is the good news and the bad news. Partnership skills are different. They're a different kind of bailiwick. They're a whole different animal. So I wanted to give some examples today about what that means and see if we can grapple with this a little bit. All right. Let's say I'm starting a career that requires that I be able to communicate accurately, clearly, both on paper in emails that I send to other people in the company, and sometimes I give talks. I'm the person at meetings who communicates information. So I go about educating myself. I take company classes, I take outside classes, I do my own research, I read books. I'm good. I've done my work. So then I meet someone. This is the beginning of all sorts of things. I meet someone, we're on a date, and my partner starts talking about something that I'm not interested in at all, not in my wildest dreams. And, maybe it's, I don't know, fixing cars, or what was on sale at Costco today, or economics in some country I've never heard of, or world politics. Maybe I'm not a political person. So I have some options as an individual. Individually speaking, I have some options. I'm going to be a little glib about this, but you'll know what I'm talking about. You'll know we've all done some of these things. I could listen, I know we've done these things because people tell me they have, and I have also. So we could listen quietly and politely. We could sort of be passive and wait till the conversation about this subject stops. Yay. And we're really glad about that. And we'll just be glad to talk about something else. So that's, the least interactive. We could sit quietly and resent the time spent on this on this subject that we don't care about in our wildest dreams. We could even offer a little payback, like talking about something I know my partner's probably not that interested in, and make him or her, sit through what I just did. Doesn't really work, but I could try number 3, behind door number 3. I could try to hurry the conversation along, just get it over with until we can get to something that I'm interested in, or at least there's a mutual interest. That's another option. And then I could also be vocal about it. I could just be blunt. I could say, can we talk about something else? I'm not interested in this at all. I mean, that's an option, which could come off as criticism, maybe not. Depends on the skin of the other person or how I said it or all of that. So, you might think that these options are a little exaggerated, but I do know, as I said, I hear about these things and I've experienced a few myself. But the question here is, what would partnership skills offer instead of individual skills? If I became a partner in that moment that my date or my partner or my mate started talking about something that really wasn't of interest to me, what could I do with it as a partner, not as an individual? So a partner might lean in. A partner might be willing for the words of the other person to affect them. Meaning, I could take that lean in idea and learn something new that I don't actually know about that other country or that fixing car thing, or I could expand my knowledge. I could maybe listen to see how this subject of world politics, or the thing that I'm not interested in, listen to the conversation to learn about my partner. That would be a partnership thing to do, so that I know what's important to him or her. I know why it's important, and that would give me information actually about how to be a better partner. Cool. I wanted to give you one last simple example of an individual skill versus a relationship skill. Let's say I'm thinking of leaving the relationship. Let's say it's someone I'm dating and I've been dating them for a while. And I could, as an individual, I could just leave. I could just say, I could call up that person. I could go see that person and say, I've decided to leave the relationship and here's why. End of story. That's an individual approach. A partnership approach would be to bring leaving the relationship to the table. It would mean that we talk about it together. Here's what I'm thinking about. Here's why I would like to leave. What are your thoughts? Let's talk about this. And one way isn't right and the other isn't wrong, by the way, just to mention that. I can just leave a relationship and that's done. And sometimes that's the most appropriate thing to do, depending on the circumstances. But if I wanted to practice partnership, I'd bring the two of us in on my question. And sometimes, I might find that we find that our partner was thinking the same thing we were. So in this case, my partner was thinking of leaving also, didn't really know how to bring it up. And now that it's on the table, and it's the best choice for both of us, that's so cool. That's we might have a chance to talk about it a little bit and to even be on the lookout. Imagine this. It would be on the lookout for a partner for the other person. It would be better closure. We would be able to say anything we wanted to say and to thank each other for things. And there are no bridges burned. The respect for each other is in place. And the parting then, as a partnership, coming from a partnership place, the parting is actually supportive of both of us. Imagine that. So that's partnership. Let me know if I can assist you in any way. Terri Crosby, in Care of Relationships.